Hi everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Vechain once again. Thank you for your support. Okay, really do appreciate it. For those that you in the membership of the Patreon, really do appreciate that level of support as well. You know, you're not just supporting me, CoinsKid. You're supporting a team of people that it's like basically they're creating a little space for them to get involved and offer their technical analysis and expertise as well. We've got a really lovely article out today by one of the founding members, Craig, Captain, as you know him in the Patreon and the Telegram and all that business. So yeah, do head over to the channel and check it all out. Okay, all the links are in the video description and on CoinsKid.com. So far so good. Vechain is doing relatively well, isn't it? We did, I think in yesterday's video I said there was a hidden bullish divergence that's playing out to an absolute T at the moment, isn't it? So yeah, just looking at a zoomed out perspective here for Vechain, it's looking strikingly similar like this wave 2, this wave 4 that we're going through right now. It's looking strikingly similar to the wave 2 pullback. Okay, history doesn't necessarily have to repeat, but at the moment, you know, like I said to you, if you take a look at the RSI just there, you wave 2 high, you wave 4 high. Okay, so you went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 waves down to this trend line, and this particular correction of wave 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 waves down to the trend line. And if you refer back to the videos when Vechain were breaking down, I said to you, you know, you're looking at a major correction here for Vechain. You know, put some cheeky bids in down there, and that's where exactly it's come down to. It's come down a little bit deeper than I anticipated, to be honest with you. I think I said about 11 or 12 cents, I think, initially. But obviously, you know, no one can call it an absolute knob on, but I did forewarn you when Vechain was right up there, overextended. I think it was about, what was the price up there for Vechain? So you was roughly up there at 27 cents, weren't you? So, you know, sometimes apply a level of common sense and caution in these markets, and right now apply a level of common sense and caution at the bottom here. You know, you never short bottoms and don't long resistance, basically. You was overextended, and right now you oversold, basically. I mean, looking at the stock RSI, absolutely in the floor. You can see the momentum and the allowance of this waveform that could form on the wave 5 here for Vechain in this market. You know, this is your wave 3, look at that, boom. This is your wave 5, boom. So it's not going to be an easy ride. It's going to be a long and bumpy ride, but so far so good. Vechain is adhering to some structural support in the markets. You know, you've corrected, you're holding the 55, you're starting to form these higher lows just there. You do need to see this break here actually to form a high low, but you are adhering to a very similar structural support of this previous correction, which is good. It's golden. It's what you want to see. So what I'm going to do right now, you know, obviously in the previous correction just there, you wasn't with me because I wasn't even making videos then, but just there in this correction I would have laid down the fibs here and you would have been calling me a madman. Okay, you know, what you want about, mate, and all that. You know, the V-shaped recovery here, because this is how strong Vechain is, this is how strong the bull market is. So you've come up, you've got overextended. I would have here been saying, you know, you really overextended from the EMAs. Look at that parabolic rise there, you know, blow off top effectively. Not necessarily a blow off top, a correction, so to speak. A blow off top is like the end of a mania phase, which I do believe is coming for Vechain. You got overextended, you roll back, you lost support, you've carried out a correction, you've held support relatively well, you've found in market structure, you've created a level of support, you've broken a key level of resistance just there, boom, see you later. Got back above the EMAs, see you later, alligator, we're off to the beach. Look at that. And right now you're on the cusp of doing exactly the same again. Okay, and it's 7 waves down. You've found the EMAs, you found the 55 most importantly on the weekly. You're holding the support, you consolidate in between the EMAs. Okay, just like you came here, you consolidate between them for a few weeks. We got the pickup, back to stealth support, see you later. These price predictions, you would have been scratching your head thinking he's tucking at his arse, but we got there eventually, didn't we? So yeah, I mean, it was a bumpy road, but we got there and we got even more overextended, to be honest with you. But I would have been laying down fibs here. I think I was in the channel when I first took this on. I was somewhere around about here, I think, late February, early March, and I laid down the fibs and we kept getting the nice pullbacks and then the extensions, pullbacks, extensions, and that's how it works in uptrends, okay? You get the nice pullbacks and extensions, and that's why you can lay down the fibs and lay down where you need to sort of swing trade, take profit, but again, not financial advice. So right now I'm just going to go through the same scenario just there, where you got this correction from the bottom just there to the top. And you can see, literally put it on there, you can see this is where almost it's going to meet our Fibonacci extension just there, that our price prediction at 83 cents, roughly up there, okay? Then we've obviously got this wave 5 just there. Now this wave 5 is based off the same length of wave 1, okay? But, you know, in Elliott wave theory, the wave 5 can actually be as long as wave 3. So if we do measure the wave 3, I think I did it with you yesterday, I think it shoots up to around about $1.80, doesn't it? So do anticipate that the wave 5 can actually be as long as wave 3, okay? And that would be that mania blow off top phase up here towards the end of the bull run for crypto. Now failing this, you know, if we do start to roll over here and lose market structure, then yeah, there's more precedent to enter in that bear market. But so far so good, you know, we are adhering to market structure. If we can come up now and break these levels of retracement just there, because it's what you're doing, you've came down and now you're starting to form a new impulsive wave and you're retracing to this high. Okay, so potentially if you're a bit more reserved and you're looking for a confirmation statement that you have got the bull market resumed here, because you can create these things called dead cat bounces where you come back up, you hit the 0.50, or in some instances the golden ratio, you get rejected and you continue. This is where you form a new impulsive wave to the downside, and this would be a bear market confirmation statement for me, because at the minute you retrace, you're holding a key level support, you're starting to form a new impulsive wave, break these levels of resistance, you're looking great for continuation. So a reserved, you know, measurement, if you're looking for an entry point into Vechain, ideally, you know, wait for the break of the previous cycle high just there, because from that point right there, you're looking at price appreciation up to these levels of 187%, and then the overshoot in the bull market to 443% for Vechain. So yeah, so far so good. You know, if we can get the weekly close above this level, get back above these EMAs, okay, especially a 20 on the weekly time frame like we did just there, that's absolutely golden for Vechain. And again, that could just be an entry point. But yeah, it's looking good. So right now we're just going to take a look at the 4-hourly time frame for Vechain, see what we can see. Okay, so with Vechain you can see that bullish, we found a bullish divergence, didn't we? A hidden bullish divergence just there, where you got a high low and a higher low, and then basically you got a low and a lower low. That's a little bullish divergence just there, and you can see that's played out. You see that boom, that's where you got to pick up. Now there is a bit of a pattern at play here for Vechain, to be honest with you. Okay, there is a pattern at play. You got a rising wedge just there, and you got a technical target of just here at 0.7624. okay, you are running into this level of resistance, because look, that's what happens when you lose support and you can't break back through it resistance. It does become strong resistance of this trend line. Look, you see this? So you've got the hidden bullish divergence which is playing out, and right now you are getting rejected off this trend line. So if you do start to see a further rejection here for Vechain, a potential roll, this is your target down here. Okay, so you could see a bit of a further correction for Vechain from this level here. If it does start to roll, you could be looking at a 14% correction, where you would carry out that pattern just there. Like I say, the pattern at play is valid until invalidated away. What you need to see here is break of resistance, break this high especially, which is this here. Okay, because if you do, you're creating something called a throwback, and you're validating this pattern that's in play. That's a corrective pattern down here to this level. Okay, I'm going to drop this in for you just there, like that, at 0.7563. And like I said to you, on the weekly it can get choppy, okay, before you break that EMA. So don't expect to just bust out here. It would be great, but if you do start to get rejected and you're rolling, I've told you exactly where you're coming back to. Okay, so that's Vechain. If you can come up and break this level of resistance at 0.9120.521, you're looking at more upside and a potential W bottom that's at play here, carrying out. You see that W bottom, and almost some kind of ascending triangle as well, which is golden for Vechain. So you could be looking at that. So what I would do personally, not financial advice, okay, not financial advice, if you do start to see Vechain come up now and break this and hold it as support, you know, putting a cheeky long from that point there, and you could be looking at, oh, where are we? You could be looking at a potential 33% trade. Now if you do start to see Vechain roll here and keep hitting its head on this level of resistance of this trend line of this rising wedge, then you could be looking at a nice little short op down there to 13.87%, where I would imagine you get the bounce and you start to pick up again and carry out, you know, the continuation of the bull market. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy ride. It's always going to be bumpy. Okay, take care everyone. Back to my Vechain update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.